Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your always great support in this broadcast. Please consider to give this video a thumb of like. There is a video clip from Citizen TV. Yvonne Okwara, Sam Gituku are perplexed after listening to one of the close allies from President William Ruto that they spent 1 billion shillings on just creating the 1Bshif method of treatment. And let's watch this video.
Are you telling me the problem with the National Health Insurance Fund, NHIF, was a system, and to correct it, you need a system that cost 104 billion shillings to be paid up front by some investors, recoverable for the next 10 years?
That's what they're telling you.
Remember, to recover in 10 years, you need to take some 10 billion shillings every month.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where is that money going to come from?
Yet we don't even have money for these other funds.
Exactly. And the analysis that we were doing earlier and looking at the moment, let's just do the math. So assuming SHA is working very well, it has 300 billion shillings of revenue in a year. And it does not come in a month. It comes progressively.
Yeah.
So 300 billion shillings, they're allowed to spend 5% of that on administrative costs. That gets you to 15 billion shillings. At the moment, NHIF's payroll is worth 6 billion shillings. Let's assume the Social Health Authority implements a payroll that is of similar size, 6 billion shillings. The operational costs that are required, you can put an estimate. But on the face of it, 15 minus 6 is 9 billion shillings. This 9 billion shillings is supposed to finance the consortium monthly installments and at the same time finance operations of the organization.
Yeah.
So essentially, who is going to pay for this? Because you're implementing it, it has to be paid from the same. There are questions, and that may begin to explain to you why leadership at the Social Health Authority had to change. Because there were a lot of things that were being done to ensure that this rollout meets the deadline of 1st of October 2024. But you can clearly see the government itself is not ready with resources. The government is not ready with a system. But ask yourself, the National Hospital Insurance Fund has been operating in this country.
Yeah.
They've been settling claims.
Yes.
Never mind, sometimes resources are not available.
Yeah.
Never mind, some county governments that are looking forward to benefit from the Social Health Authority have not been remitting NHF deductions. But they have been settling claims.
But there was something, yes.
There's a system they've been using.
Yes.
What would it cost to take the same system, build up on it progressively, so that at this time as you speak, so you roll out on 1st of October, you admit a patient in a hospital, how are you going to claim?
Data. Yeah.
You have no system. The system is to be built by the consortium. How are you going to claim? Are you going to use the NHIF system? If you're going to use it, and the vision is to ensure that you have visibility, traceability of all the products and non-pharmaceutical and pharmaceutical, how will you do it?
Now, Kenyans, you see, this government is funny and very funny. Many of you have asked several questions that why would they just use the NIF? Must they use the 1Bshif to survive in this life? Because there's no way you will convince Kenyans having a good project or a dream to this our country. But at the end, you realize that it is a kind of misusing resources from the government. Today, in the afternoon, I was just discussing with one of my colleagues, a friend of mine, asking him a simple question. That we human beings, must we just steal for us to survive? Must we just steal for us to survive? Are we not capable of even toiling among ourselves to secure our vision and dream, to this country. Because where we are heading to is totally distress, misuses of government's resources, poor economy, poor governorship, and the rest you can mention. This chief, William Ruto, is concentrating too much. It is a good idea, but the way of approach is totally different. I'm not saying that he was supposed to pamper Kenyans. That is none of my business. What I'm trying to say here is that how is the government going to utilize this fund? It is William Ruto's administration having this chief intention, where even I've been told various companies wherever you work from, you have signed that signature for you to be deducted from your salary. Unless they have not reached at you. They have not reached out to you. Why should this government concentrate with the two things? That is NSF and maybe NHIF or even SHIF. But here comes a scenario, I don't know if they are deducting you, NHIF, NSF, SHIF, and several things, housing bill, and so on and so on. I've thought several things. Even today, I had to pretend and say that if I was the president in the Republic of Kenya, which I'm hoping for, I will not tolerate these silly things. By the way, I swear that I could just do this way. Take 10 million Kenyans. 10 million Kenyans. 10 million Kenyans, because the government must run on tax. In each and every their salaries, on HIF they pay only 250 or 300. The other, those takataka zote, 100. Kama ni roughly, hii 3,000, hii 7,000 Wakenya wanalia sana. Ukatu hata 750 ama 1,000. Ina make sense. That is a lot of money to build the country. Because the same Kenyans, ataenda kwa duka nunue kiberiti, para atatupea tu tax. Kwa duka pia utoe kidogo. Haya, tukirudi kwa hii mtu anapata pesa mingi, 100,000, the more you earn, the more you are being deducted, should be reduced for you to be rich very fast. Because this stupidity have made many Kenyans to suffer. And I'm one of them. And kama una earn 100,000, tax yenye ufaa upewe, ufaa utoe ni kitu kama 5k ama 3,000. Yani una reduce tu ndio Mkenya save, abaki na 97 yake. Huyu hata save, expand business. If you want 20, hivyo utapata uko na pesa mingi kwa serikali, ulipe wafanyikazi, kila governor pia alipe wafanyikazi wa county, ni hivyo. Lakini sasa hii kila mtu akona nia ya kuiba 20 billion, akuwe zillionaire, akuwe trillionaire. How will you develop yourself as a country? Today if you visit Uganda, Museveni will say I cannot steal because ameiba hadi amejibia. Mpaka amekuwa bankrupt kwake because he never learned to understand. So if you are not keen, at the end, within 10 years, country Kenya is going to be the worst country which has ever been seen before. So we must watch out and we must think for a better future for this our country. God had given us that life. God had given us that privilege to be leaders of tomorrow, to be leaders of today. What about other future generation coming behind us? How will they react? What is their intention? They will only copy your character if you did wrong. But they will be afraid on doing the same your character, the same mistake you did. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is issue of Shif, even some Gituku and the rest in Citizen TV are shocked, wondering this has cost roughly 1 billion. 1 billion is a year budget for Kenyans, for all Kenyans. Kama useme 1 billion, kila Mkenya upea hata 50 bob is enough. Abai nayo lunch. Hata sahi hakuna lunch. What is lunch ya 50 bob? What is lunch ya 50 bob? Tuseme ukule ugali umena at 70 ama at 80, inakuanga 80. Upee kila Mkenya ndio atakuwa satisfied. How many are we? How many are we? Mimi huwa najaribu as I wind up this analysis. We are 48 million. 47. Let me put 47. 47 million. Nimeongeza juu. Ukipenda unishike kwa jela. 47 million times 180. A lot of money. 8,460,000. It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. But kama umetoa wadosi na useme sasa nataka nisaidie Wakenya wenye hawajiwezi, au wadosi wenye wanakaa Runda uachane nayo, Karen uachane nayo, hizo places zingine ukuje, itakuwa sawa, itawatosha. Look at that. Sijui mimi ndio nafikiria mingi ama shida ni gani? Sielewi hii serikali. Anyway, it's very sad and wrong. Subscribe if you've never subscribed. Like this video, watch, share, and give us your opinion. Bye bye, and let's meet on another political discussion. Thank you.